I want to do a quick little video, and we're going to go back to kindergarten. At least I think it was kindergarten. Might have been like public school, grade 1 to 3 or 4, or whatever it was. What's going on, guys? Hope you're doing amazing today. I'm taking a short little break during work, grab some lunch, and I want to do a quick little video, and we're going to go back to kindergarten. You know, when you went into class and they sent you home with the little Ziploc baggie with some paper towel or toilet paper in there, and you were able to start your own seed? That's what we're going to do. They sent you home with the seed in the little Ziploc baggie, and you might have pinned it on the window, or your mom might have thrown it out, or dad might have thrown it out. And that's really all you learned, right? That, woo, the seed started, it sprouted, and that was it. Well, we're going to take it further. We're going to do what they should have done in public school and kindergarten. We're going to take it all the way from the little sprout, the little seed, to a full-grown plant. And we're going to do it right here in my office. This little small space that I work in every day. I can almost touch the walls with my hands. We've got the window right here. So say you have only one window in your apartment, or say you're renting a bedroom, right? And you've got a window. We're going to show you basically how you can take seeds and grow stuff in your bedroom and be able to have a food supply with it. So first thing we're going to need is the Ziploc bag, because that is really a great germination method for your seeds. And you start it with the paper towel or toilet paper. Stick the seeds in here, make it a little moist. It gets the moisture in the sun to heat it up, and it starts to germinate. And then what we'll do is we'll take that and put it in a pot, because if you have a window like this, you might not have enough space on the windowsill to put a full-blown pot. The other thing we're going to do is we're going to take this, was couscous and cranberries, almost like a little Tupperware, and it has 3 peat pellets in it. And what we're going to do is we're going to grow some chives, we're going to grow some lettuce, and then we're actually going to attempt to do a tomato and a pepper as well. These little containers are awesome because they'll sit on a windowsill no problem. It allows the light to come in, and if you want, you can even put saran wrap over top, but you probably won't need it if you're sticking it on a windowsill. The other thing is, with this, you can stick it on a heat source. So if you have like a radiator or a vent or something like that where it's usually warm, stick it right on there. Just make sure it doesn't melt. Okay, so in our little peat pellets, I want to do definitely the chives in here, the lettuce in here, and maybe we'll do the tomato in here. So the peat pellets have already been expanded. Basically, I just stuck a bunch of hot water in there. If you use hot water, they expand really quick. It's nice that way. And what I love about chives too is I start a whole bunch. So I don't put 1 or 2 in there. I just put a whole bunch in there because they grow so well together, and you want them to expand and grow in a whole bunch. So yeah, there we go. We'll take a whole bunch of seeds and we'll stick it in this one here. We'll just sprinkle it all over the top. Just like a sundae in the sprinkles. We'll get it all over the top. We are going back to public school, right? So I gotta make it just like public school, with the sprinkles and the ice cream. And then we'll do our lettuce. And I'll probably do the same, as I'll take a bunch, and these ones are small. So we'll start a few here, and we'll just sprinkle them all over the top, like so. There we go. And then we'll get our tomato out. And we're going to stick, I think, maybe 3. 3 is a good number for germination, because for sure 1 is bound to germinate out of 3. And then, now we've got 5. So we'll go 1, 2, 5. Oh, that one, see now that one went over in the netting. So hopefully it doesn't grow up through the netting. We'll try and move it. All right, we got it out of there. We'll bury those. And rule of thumb for seeds is whatever width or size they are, I usually bury them at the same depth as how big or wide they are. So if they're tiny, you only have to bury them just a tiny bit. If they're big, then say it's a 1-inch seed, which is a really big seed, almost like a flower bulb. You want to plant that at least 1 inch in the ground, sometimes more. There we go, there's our lettuce. We'll stick our chives in this one. Now I do some rosemary as well, because we always use rosemary and we love it so much. And this might actually be a good way to do rosemary as well, because it loves having a lot of heat coming up from the bottom to get it germinated. So if you're going to try and do rosemary, put it on a heat pad or put it on something very, very warm, and that'll make sure you get that rosemary germinating. All right, so those ones are planted. We've got our lettuce, tomato, and chives. And all we're going to do, basically stick that in behind my flag on the windowsill. There we go. All right, so we got our pepper seeds here. We've just got a few left, which is fine. We've got our toilet paper. So what we'll do, looks like 2 will be enough. And basically I think I'm going to fold that in half, like so. I've got a few seeds here. So we'll stick them down the middle. And then what we'll do is we'll just fold that in half again with the seeds inside. Oh, we had an escapee. Let's just add that in there. Let's see if I can do this. I've got our water over here. And carefully slide in our toilet paper with the seeds in it. And then I've got a little bit of water in here. And we're going to add just enough to make it a little bit moist down there. There we go. You can see there's not a lot of water left in there, but everything's pretty moist. We'll seal the Ziploc bag back up. And then I'm going to stick this on the window as well. We'll let those germinate. And then once they start to germinate, we can just tear the toilet paper apart where they've germinated, and we can stick that into a pot to pot it up. So again, we'll take this, and we don't even need to tape it to the window. What we're going to do is we're just going to set it there like so on the windowsill. And that should basically give us enough heat to get those starting to germinate. Well, there we have it, guys. 2 easy ways to germinate some seeds, and very inexpensive as well. I mean, you can go into any home hardware and they'll sell like a 12-pack of those peat pellets. So it doesn't have to be very expensive. You can get a 12-pack. You can start them in one of those little couscous containers or potato salad containers, anything like that that will basically hold your peat pellets and hold some water for you. Or we can go the kindergarten method and start it with some toilet paper or paper towel and a little Ziploc bag and get it going that way. So I'll keep you posted on this, how this goes, and once it germinates and then continues, we're going to get it potted up, and basically it's going to stay inside my little office here, and we're going to grow some stuff inside here. Alrighty guys, thanks again for tuning in. We'll talk to you later. Love ya. Bye bye.